After a complete breakdown in Pakistan and Afghanistan talks, Islamabad has now resorted to threatening the Taliban regime. This comes after days of talks that are basically going on in Istanbul. And now you have Pakistan's defense minister openly threatening the Taliban, saying that if they continue in the manner that they are doing, they are going to completely obliterate the Taliban regime. This comes in at a time when there have been conditions that have been put across by the Taliban with regards to the Durand line and a few other conditions that have been put across. But despite that, the Pakistanis are essentially now on the back foot. On the back foot, you have the defense minister once again trying to threaten the Taliban regime. Let me go across to my colleague Chandrakala, who's been tracking the talks that are going on. Chandrakala, with regards to the talks between Afghanistan and Pakistan, what are the details are you picking up? And why exactly are the Pakistanis now resorting to literally threatening the Taliban?
Yes, absolutely. As we are aware that, of course, the talks between Pakistan and Afghanistan has failed in Istanbul. Given the fact that Pakistan has left the negotiating table, there are certain developments as to what led to the failure of this particular talks. As we know that there are certain behavior being made by Pakistan, and now the Pakistan defense minister is warning, has issued a warning to Afghanistan that it will be that it can completely obliterate the Taliban regime, and the fact that he has very clearly stated, I would like to mention that he could completely obliterate the Taliban regime and their defeat and fly to the mountains of Tora Bora with the tails between their legs, and said that it would be a spectacle to watch for the people of the region. He has in fact warned, saying that if the Taliban continues, if the Afghan Taliban regime is madly hellbound upon ruining Afghanistan and its innocent people once again, so be it. So he has also warned Afghanistan that in fact if the Afghan soil is being used for terrorism against Pakistan, then it can attack, it can strike back on Afghanistan even across border. So it's a very a warning coming in from the defense minister, the Pakistan defense minister. Earlier we have seen that he has been engaging with this war rhetoric as far as the conflict between both the countries is concerned, and now this particular statement is being put out by the Pakistan defense minister after the talks between both sides has miserably failed for Pakistan leaving the negotiating table, and the fact that the Taliban regime is yet to respond to the Pakistan defense minister's remark. So his remark also comes after the Taliban's remark. Of course, the defense minister's remark comes after the Taliban official has issued a warning to Pakistan as well. Of course, we know that Pakistan has been threatening Afghanistan and accusing Taliban of harboring TTP fighters, but Afghanistan has rejected such claims and saying that it has nothing to do with TTP and that Pakistan must mend ways and find peace as far as their own internal security issues are concerned. Over to you.
Okay. What is the status of the talks? Because there were some reports suggesting that the talks would continue, but it doesn't appear like there is any going back after the comments made by the same minister, at least on 2 occasions. He made a comment earlier this week, and he's following it up by saying that they will finish off the Taliban rather. Is the talks going forward at all? What do we know from Turkey, if you have any update on that?
Well, yes, what we were learning, so earlier today, what sources were saying that, of course, that after the third round of talks, the talks is currently being stalled, and there is no such negotiations or resolutions being made after the third round of talks. But yes, after the mediation being made by Turkey, they have put out. Of course, Turkey has now requested for the 4th round of talks, but there is no such developments as to if the talks will continue continue further. But yes, we are continuously tracking this development, because the first round of talks was also held in Qatar, which led to a ceasefire. The second round, of course, the third round, which actually led to the failure of this particular talks. But yes, after Turkey negotiated, after Turkey made a mediation for the fourth round of talks, there are certain developments that is yet to be, we are still waiting for the development to happen. If the talk will continue, or will there be a solution, a ceasefire between both the sides, a final ceasefire, of course.
Okay, thank you for that. There's an update coming in.